Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Castles and Company and Bright Suns. So I hope everyone had a good week. I guess you didn't catch us last week because we didn't have an episode, but this week we're back and we're here to talk about our trip to California Adventure, where we got to see Avengers Campus for the first time. We also had a trip to Disneyland where we got to try, or at least most of us got to try Rise of the Resistance for the first time as well. But yeah, so we're here to talk about that. So let me introduce everyone here with me today. So first off, we have Blake Velaz.
Hello, everyone.
And we've got Sunil Alexander.
What's good, y'all? How's it going? Woo, woo, woo.
And then for the very first time, we have Sunil's sister, Sasha Alexander, on the show as well. Sasha, say
Hi.
hello. Hello.
Hello.
You want to talk a bit about yourself before we get going?
Sure. My name is Sasha, like
Oh,
Jared
really?
said. Well, okay. And I am a nursing major and I like dogs. I don't know, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know, Disney-wise, like, what's your favorite Disney
Ooh,
movie, or like, are you a
easy.
Marvel fan, Star Wars fan?
I'll do a Pixar movie because I there's too many Disney movies, but I have a favorite Pixar movie, which is Ratatouille. And I think I'm more of a Marvel fan than I am a Star Wars fan, but I'm also a Star Wars fan. So this weekend was like great for me.
What was like your experience growing up with like Disneyland or like Disney in general?
Um, with Disneyland, we would go pretty often, like every year, because we would have family from India who would visit us. So we would always hit up Disneyland and SeaWorld. So we kind of had a system of like hitting all the rides. We would literally map it out. We would print out Disneyland maps the night before and circle the rides that we would want to go on and like create kind of like a game plan. So
The
yeah,
game
we were
isn't
pretty.
wasn't that like a Disney movie? The Game Plan? Was that a
I
Disney
think
movie?
so.
Wow.
With
That has The
Dwayne The Rock
Rock in it.
Johnson, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the with the Rock and like the little
She's like
girl.
allergic to nuts.
Yeah, I can relate. I can relate with my peanut
Oh my
allergy.
God.
I always remember watching that scene, being like, "Yep, that's what it's like. Can't eat anything." But so yeah, this wasn't your first time to California Adventure, even though I mean, we'll get into talk about it later, but this is like your first time on like a lot of the rides, like what, like the Incredicoaster and what else?
Yeah, so Sunil and I both hadn't been back to California Adventure since they changed everything to Pixar Pier. So
Oh no.
last time we were on it, it was still California Screamin' and the what is it? No, not Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror and everything. So it was really cool to go and like see how they changed everything.
Uh-huh. So that was your first time on the Incredicoaster, your first time um on Guardians. I do like wait, oh, did you ever figure out what Guardian song y'all got when you went on? Or no?
No, I definitely forgot.
Whatever. It's whatever. But I always like to, I don't know, like like I want to make like a list of all the times I go on it, like all the songs that I get, and see if I can get all six of them eventually. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I
oh
was too
sorry.
busy screaming and ripping off Blake's arm.
How'd that feel, Blake?
Yeah, I don't have a left arm anymore. It's just gone. I only
Okay,
have a
but
right arm now. That thing got ripped off. I literally had my arm up for like the picture, and like literally the picture was barely taken for like point 0.1 of a millisecond. And then Sasha went back to ripping my arm. My arm was up in the air. She pulled it like all the way down to use it. I was like, bro, is this even my arm? Or is it like a third arm for her?
Okay, I was very stressed. I didn't know what to expect, okay? There was none of those like secure things like for in the Incredicoaster, the thing that goes over your head. That would have been very helpful in this case.
Yeah,
No, that's not as fun.
I mean, in my opinion, that's one of the things that like freaks me out about that ride is the all you have is like those little bars below you that like you grip
Yeah,
onto,
that is not enough.
and there's like not even enough for both people to grip two, or like if you're sitting next to someone, like you can't both grip the same one, so it's just annoying. But we can get into that later. I guess we'll start off with a little bit of Disney news. So we're not going to go too much into it this week, just because we want to spend most of our time here talking about our experience and our trip. But one of the things we did see is now that it's today. Not today's not June 15th. Today is June 16th. Yesterday was June 15th, which means that I believe all out-of-state guests are now welcome in Disneyland, as well as the mask order has been lifted for like most businesses and things like that too. But that also includes with Disneyland that I think it's you no longer have to wear a mask while walking around outside. You might still need one on the rides, but I haven't really had a chance to check that. But I guess the sad part is that we literally just left the park or we got to the park right before they like had all these restrictions lifted. So we went June 12th and June 13th, which means that we still had to wear masks. Queues were outside. I got really toasty. My face is peeling a lot. It hurts. Blake was looking a little red over there too. The man doesn't have enough melanin.
Hey,
He's like
hey,
me.
bro, you're the one peeling right now. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
Your
Jared,
face
I'm
was
sorry.
hey, your face was red at least though.
Hey, it was a little highlighted, but hey, now I'm like looking
Highlighted.
extra tan. I got the extra tan ready to go for summer.
I'm seeing that. I just have the shirt tan. What do you call it? The farmer's tan. It looks bad. But yeah, so we went right before the restrictions lifted, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But how did everyone feel about their trip to the park? Just like, would y'all want to do it again? Like, if you want to go
No.
to, you never want to go to Disneyland
Oh
again.
my God, no, dude.
Never
Not
again in
in
your
this,
life.
not in these conditions, dude.
Not in
Like
the conditions.
that was in these conditions. I don't think it's gonna, especially since after all did you see that? Like after that huge surge of people after when the
Yeah,
15th
who's it?
opened
Was
up
it
everything.
Sasha that sent us a TikTok? I
No,
can link
I
it
was the one
later.
who did
Do
it.
you send it, Sunil?
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of those people got turned back because they realized they still needed a reservation
Oh, okay.
for.
Yeah, I saw that too. A lot of people showed up early without reservations,
Ooh.
which I would have been so annoyed because it made the line so much
Yeah,
longer.
just to be turned back.
We thought it was bad when we went. We got
Hmm.
there at what, 8 a.m.? We were in line at 8 a.m. and it's already like around the corner. And then
Yeah.
once you finally get moving, you realize there's multiple switchbacks, and then you get in, and there's a line to actually like get into the park. And then once you get past that line, you get in, and then there's like a line into Avengers Campus. So there's just lines left and right. Um,
There's so many lines. Like you spend probably a good 5 hours in just in the line, maybe more in the lines.
and
It's rough.
it wouldn't be so bad if it all wasn't outside too with no shade. That's also
Oh yeah.
the other part.
Outside, no shade and masks on the whole time. Like immediately when you would take your mask on off for like 2 seconds, you would feel so much more refreshed for a second and putting it back on. But also letting that much amount of people in there and then lifting the mask mandate is kind of also maybe a bad call. But they need the money, I guess. So, or do they? I don't even know. But whatever.
I'm sure Disney has enough money. But Blake,
Yeah.
you went to Florida with the mask mandate there. How did it feel like with this compared to that?
Bro, this was not as bad as Florida. Florida has humid heat. So like you are sweating and your sweat doesn't do as much. Like it was brutal in Florida. I would never do that again of trying to do Disney with a mask on and stuff. And then they ended up like dropping their mask mandate like not too long after I left there. So I've kind of been on a trend lately with Disney
Yeah.
World and Disneyland of when mandates are being pulled back a bit. But yeah, it was brutal in Florida trying to do it.
Yeah, like so it was you sent the video of the TikTok of all the people lined up around the corner. Like that was from what it looked like, that was even like twice as bad as what we were in. Like
Hmm.
Yeah,
and it's
like really rough. Like the whole street downwards, like 2 blocks down almost.
that's just ridiculous. And the line, no, the way Disney was handling the lines wasn't even good. Like at one
Oh my
point,
God.
the line starts moving, and we're like, people, you're going like this isn't like the start of the line. This is the end of the line, or wait, or like halfway through the line, and people are just like cutting
The amount of
in.
people that were cutting, insane. Insane.
Were we one of them at one point? Maybe. Is
We don't
that
have to talk
relevant?
about
We
that.
don't
It
have to
was
talk about
after we
that.
realized that waiting in line wasn't gonna do anything for anyone. Like,
Exactly.
anyways, like no one was regulating anything. So
Yeah.
like, even then, we had a 150-minute wait for cars. So like,
It was rough.
that
It
was
was rough.
yeah.
Because Sunil and was it Sunil and Sasha were flaming me because that is when we were signing up for this trip or like deciding to do
Yeah.
this trip. I was like, "Yo, wait times are like 5 minutes per ride. Like this is gonna be great." And then of course that was when it was like 15 or like 20% capacity, and now that it was like 35% capacity, but there was still social distancing and there was like still the outdoor queues.
And no fast passes.
No fast passes. Everything like went from like 5 to 10 minutes to like was it Sunil saying like 150 minutes for cars?
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
gosh,
like
in that line
in the
forever.
before the park even opened, it was 150 minutes. Wait.
So yeah, that was I definitely wouldn't do that again. At least if you're gonna go to Avengers Campus, like we'll talk about in a minute like what we thought of it, but like I don't think it's worth going anytime soon until
Yeah.
COVID restrictions are completely gone, like 100% gone. Yeah, any
And they put
other?
back fast passes, and they like put all the weights back inside, which I think they did now. I think.
Uh,
Um, which is kind of it's weird because we were so COVID safe when we went. Everything was outside, all the masks were on at all times. And you couldn't eat in line barely, and you couldn't do all this stuff. And then now everything's inside. The weights are back inside the
they are.
yeah, I said one of the TikToks were showing that the wait, like in I think it was Toy Story Mania, they were waiting in that inside portion now.
Uh-huh.
And then their masks were off, and then all this stuff. So it's like, okay, that's kind of a bit of a drastic change. I know California's got pretty good COVID numbers, but like, I mean, not COVID vaccination percentage, but still, like,
We have the best numbers.
yeah. So it still might not be the best idea, considering a lot of the people going to Disneyland
Are now out of
probably,
state.
yeah, are now out of, yeah, exactly, out of state, and you can't track anyone's vaccination results, anything. So it's pretty risky.
I was just thinking about how funny it is that there was this everyone remembers this, that there was this one guy at the Haunted Mansion who was doing the most to try
Oh,
and make
yeah.
sure everyone's mask was on.
He freaking flamed me twice.
Oh
He was on my ass, dude. Oh, shoot.
no,
He
you're
was
good.
on
You're
my
good. You're good.
donkey.
Oh well, we got how many episodes in? 6
I-
episodes.
That's funny that I'm the one who made it.
Oh, well, now we gotta
Who said
have
it?
like Captain America be like language. I gotta find a way to edit. I gotta find a way to edit that in now.
You did say that you were gonna do that, so
Oh.
I just wanted to give you the opportunity to.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you.
You're so welcome. That's so good.
Just way to add another 30 minutes to things I have to do.
It was one time, okay?
I'm
What
just
if I
teasing you.
was talking about a donkey? You know, like no one knows.
Yes, of course. The Disneyland donkey. My favorite part of Disneyland.
Freaking Donald's boy. Dude.
So, yeah, this one guy at the Haunted Mansion was going up to people and being like, "Put your masks on." He'd be like, "To the everyone, make sure you have your masks on,
Yeah,
especially."
he had this super low voice too. He like very low voice and very loud.
monotone.
He was like, please put on your masks, and he would have this like accent.
Especially if you have a baseball cap on.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
and
he
then
was
would
calling
walk.
him out.
Yeah, and then you'd walk next to the guy with the baseball cap. He's like, please put your mask on, especially if you have a baseball cap and sunglasses and this shirt. And it's like, okay, whoa. Oh, and he still didn't do it after that. And then he had to like talk to him.
He
was,
walked
a
up
little
to
weird.
him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's funny that like literally within like a day or two of him doing that, or like him like being on top of that, like he goes from that to no one needs a mask. Like it seems like such a drastic change, but
Yeah.
I guess we're getting close back to normal. Disneyland's almost back to normal. I'm not too sure what the capacity has like gone back to full capacity yet, but guessing not yet. It's probably something Disney time. But I don't know. Any other last comments on this before we talk about what we thought of Avengers Campus? Now we're good. All right, all right. So let's see. Yeah, so like we were saying, that was just news for the day. Or news for the week. We left a lot of stuff out this week, but we'll get back into that next week. But for now, we'll just talk about like our like experience with Avengers Campus and Disneyland. I guess before we get into Avengers Campus, let's start off talking about Disneyland, just because we get to talk about Rise of the Resistance. That's honestly like the one thing that I hadn't gotten to do at Disneyland yet that like I cannot stop like thinking about. Like every time like I like wait, not this sounds like dumb, but like every time I like have a free moment, I'm just thinking like, dang, that ride was really good. Like I can't wait to go back just to get on that. I don't know, Sunil and Sasha or Sasha, what do you think about first time on?
No, it was amazing. Like absolutely amazing.
It's so
I
good.
definitely, I think so did Studio. We both kind of thought that that first little, what is it, like train ride or whatever, like that was the whole ride. And we're like, oh, that's fun. There's like the animatronic in the
Yeah.
middle, and
Like, ah, cute.
Oh,
It's the
should we do spoiler?
worst version of Star Tours.
All right,
Oh yeah.
let's try to keep it like I guess spoiler low just in case people haven't gone on it. But yeah, keep going.
oh, you're
Sasha.
right. So
How
the
long has this been
part
out?
one,
How long? Yeah. How long has this been out?
Oh, the ride?
Yeah.
See, it's been out for well, technically since 29 November, like or June or January. Like
Not that long,
yeah, so
considering
considering
Disney got
Yeah.
shut down in
The
March.
pandemic.
You know,
Yeah.
unless if you go out to Disney World.
um
So not that many people have been able to experience it.
at the same time, if you're watching a Disneyland podcast right now, I feel like you've probably been on it. I get
But not even been on it. Probably watched stuff. Also, if they're watching our podcast, they've been really searching through those Disney.
all right. So here we're gonna do this
It's
spoil.
good to give spoiler warnings.
Yeah, this is gonna be a
if you
spoiler.
want to.
This is gonna be a
Your official
spoiler
spoiler
heavy.
warning.
Yeah, this is my
Yeah.
official spoiler warning. This is gonna be an in-depth review, I guess, of the ride. So if you don't want to, come back in like 5 or 10 minutes or scroll ahead. And yeah, so if you're free to go, Sasha, talk about
Oh,
it as
cool.
all you want.
So yeah, so that first little part definitely thought that was it. And I was like, why did we get up at 7 to frantically get a boarding pass for this? But okay, still cute. And then you walk in and you just see all the stormtroopers. I literally got chills. I was so and like genuinely intimidated by all the stormtroopers. I was like, oh my God. And and then yeah, no, anyone else want to like add stuff before I keep going?
Well, I just think
No.
the huge screen that showed that you were in the
Yeah.
docking bay was like insane. It really brought you in. I think the best thing that this ride did or it does that it just puts you in the universe. Like you were fully immersed. This is probably one of the most fully immersive rides out there.
No, I was legitimately intimidated when I got off of that
Mm-hmm.
transport. I've never
Yeah.
like that's the thing about Disneyland or Disney that they do such a good job in of like putting you in the action and putting you like making you feel like whatever you're in like you're actually experiencing. Like I was like, yo, like
No, yeah.
my brain didn't know the difference and was like I'm actually in danger right now. Like I just got abducted.
Exactly.
Like that
Like we are
was
all
insane.
adults. Like I get it, like kids, you know, they're like, "Oh, Disneyland, yay!" But we are full adults, and the fact that we were intimidated walking in, like, speaks volumes.
I feel bad
Well-
for kids, you know, like they're probably
Oh,
freaking the
thinking that
hell
it's
out.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I wasn't intimidated at all. I could throw down some stormtroopers, just saying. But speak for yourselves.
yeah, so Blake, you've been on both versions of Rise of the Resistance. So what's your commentary on it?
They're like exactly the same.
Like
Cookie
every
cutter, exactly the same.
exactly.
Exactly the same. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly the same. I mean, there might just be like little small variations in the queue line, but like that's
Oh.
just like I don't know. just because of building things. You know, it's probably like the only ride comparing like between Disneyland and Disney World that's like exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
You know, like Space Mountain's different, like, you know, Buzz Lightyear is different, like Star Tours is exactly the same except they have different queue lines, so that's kind of cool, the differences there. But yeah, pretty much everything's exactly the same. Um, yeah, except for you know, Resistance.
So that you've been on the ride what 3 times now, right?
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah,
So
I'm pretty lucky.
does it get like less intimidating each time? You're like, oh, like I'm used to it, like you know what to expect, or is it just like every time you
It's kind
walk
of a
off the ship?
compound question. Hit me with like one question.
All right,
One
all right.
question at a
So
time.
is it like when you like get off the transport, like even on your second or third time, where you still like, yo, you feel like that intimidation, or is it like at that point you're like, oh, I know what's coming. It's not as bad, or like not.
Still low key a compound
My
question, but
bad, my
I
bad.
wouldn't say that like I'm still intimidated, but I would say I'm still immersed fully, and I
Okay.
still enjoy it thoroughly each time. Like for this most recent time when I was with you guys, we are the last ones to board it, so that felt very cool. And they were like, "Yo, come on, you guys, you gotta like go to the transport, get to the transport," you know.
I'm
Um,
glad you didn't tell
like
us anything about that because like we were saying, we legitimately thought that we were
yeah,
like behind. We were like, why are we being rushed to the transport right now?
yeah. It makes you more rushed. Like the only thing I wish for you guys was you got to see the little pre-screen thing where they show Ray
Yeah,
and they give you more
Mhm.
details and stuff.
I still
Because
haven't
then
watched
you
that
would have
yet.
had that, and then they would have opened it up, and then they would have been like, come on, the transport's like ready to go and stuff.
Wait, Sasha or Sanel, have you watched that video yet online? Or not
No,
yet?
not yet.
No.
I gotta see that because I want. I guess we didn't really know what was going on, but you kind of figure it
Yeah.
out pretty quick. Like you're going somewhere,
Yeah.
you get captured. Um,
And oh yeah, Poe, like you see Poe over there, and then he's like,
the
"We'll
only one
come
who
back
doesn't
for
die.
you." Yeah, he's literally the only one who doesn't. That's true. Yeah, he costs too much.
He costs too
Um,
much money.
yeah, to die. But yeah, no, that whole rushing thing was super fun. Going into it, I was just amazed at all the stuff like after you get in, after you're intimidated, and then the whole Kylo Ren sequence and the little thing over there, and then you actually get into the ride. That all of that is not even on a track, and I was just so blown away by
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, like all the intricate movements it was doing, like exactly where it was supposed to be placed, like it was crazy.
So yeah,
So amazed as an
I
engineer.
I think there's only two rides that are like, or two other rides that are like that. The first would be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad,
Mm,
which is have you been on that, Blake? You get to go on that?
I have phenomenal.
So would you say it's pretty comparable to how you like the ride, like how you felt on the ride with Rise of the Resistance? Like
The mechanics, I would say, is comparable.
yeah,
To compare
I
other
meant like
things is kind of hard.
the ride vehicle. I meant.
Yeah, yeah, I would say, I mean, because they both don't have a track and stuff, so like it gives a lot more possibilities for like how the ride works and stuff like that, and things that you can do for a ride. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I totally forgot about Runaway Train, and that's coming to Disneyland here in California.
Yeah, we got to see
That's
the big building that wasn't there.
mm-hmm,
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
Oh, that's what that's gonna be.
yeah. So
mm-hmm.
it's very similar to like the droid operated cars from Rise of the Resistance. And then of course Sasha, you're excited for this one, the Ratatouille ride that's coming to
Yes.
Disney World. That's the other one that's
Yes.
gonna have that same track system on it.
I'm excited. That's the only reason I want to go.
Not even for Tron cycles or anything like that.
That's the second reason, but the Ratatouille one, that's top tier. That's number one. Reason number one.
So yeah, we don't cover Disney World as much in this podcast because I don't know we're over here at Disneyland, but yeah, once we get closer to October 1st, we can talk more about um like the 50th anniversary celebration stuff they've got going on. But yeah, no, that's a different conversation. So I was gonna say my favorite part of this ride though was I'm kind of torn though. It's a I'm torn between either the lightsaber coming through the ceiling
Yup,
or
I was gonna say that.
the AT-ATs. So that's a tough spot.
Ooh.
I'm kind of leaning towards the lightsaber because that was unexpected. Like, and they did like such a good job of it. I don't know. What do y'all think?
For what was unexpected, or what
No, like
was?
I don't know, like favorite parts. Like for me, it was the lightsaber coming through the ceiling because it was unexpected.
I think for me, the one that was most memorable was probably getting shot by the AT-AT. That was probably the most like
Intense moment.
rush, yeah, intense moment, like that one. And then also one of the coolest parts was seeing all the like the cannons move back
Oh,
and
I
forth
forgot
and go
about
through them.
that. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, you're
the
right.
cannons were so good. The Kylo Ren one, it was cool. I kind of expected the lightsaber to come down, but it was really cool how they did it and how the blaster, like they mixed like a projection with also the real life like kind of effects.
Uh-huh.
So they had the projection with everything else. But the Kylo Ren like getting blown away into space, that one kind of not underwhelmed me, but it was like that one was the least thrilling because you can tell it was
Yeah,
an animatronic, and it was like it was smoother than all the other animatronics. I'll give them that, but it was like you can see the connection through the feet, and you could like it wasn't. I'm just like
yeah.
expecting for some reason expecting more. I don't know after seeing like this. I don't know after seeing all the Spider-Man animatronic stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah, for that, it's like you're not like, oh, I'm scared of Kylo. It's more like, how are we getting out of this one? It's just kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder how they're, because like he's
yeah.
right
Where is
there.
this going
Yeah.
next? Yeah.
Blake, I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume your favorite's the canon. I think you mentioned that, but am I wrong on that one?
It's tough to choose a favorite part.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the beginning is pretty lit because like you get to see like how trackless it is and going in a circle, and then they're all like Tom, it's a prisoner transfer and stuff like that, and hearing like the droid too, like the
Uh-huh.
noises and everything made, and like seeing the open room is like pretty cool because like it feels very open there. I think the canon part is pretty cool. Just like it reminds me of different scenes from like Star Wars movies and then also like Star Wars: The Clone Wars too, of being able to see things that like I thought I would never be immersed in, and I'm actually like there, like
Uh-huh.
I am the camera now, like I am seeing it from that view. But like it's all around solid. It's so tough to choose a favorite spot. Like seeing the bridge is like pretty cool, and being under
Oh, you're
that,
right.
like everything's super freaking cool.
How'd you enjoy getting to sit next to all three of us as that was our first time? Were you
Oh,
taking in the
very.
ride, or were you just like looking at us being like, wow, wow?
A little bit of both, I would say. Yeah, it's not all about you guys. I have to have my fun too,
Yeah,
but
of course, of course.
Damn,
it
he's
was
right
definitely cool to
though.
see you guys.
That just
Because you
goes to
guys were like,
show.
"Whoa, the blaster bolts!" And then when like freaking Kylo Ren jumped on top and put the lightsaber through and stuff, that was pretty cool.
That just goes to show you how like amazing there's like so much going on in that ride. Like I'm sure Blake's been on it 3 times, but there's probably still something you missed.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
So I don't know. It's like I can't wait to go on it again. So like Blake was saying, each time you're gonna have fun on it. Like there. I don't know. Sasha, did you say a favorite part yet? I forget.
For me, I was definitely just delightfully overwhelmed by everything. But definitely the lightsaber that stuck out to me so much. That and also just seeing the effects of whenever we were getting shot at, whether it's from like the stormtroopers or the cannons, and the fact that they left like burn marks around. That was so surprising to me. It's like the little details that really make you feel immersed. That you would just assume, oh yeah, they're shooting at you, and then there's like nothing that's really gonna happen. But it like left marks everywhere, which was so cool.
Uh huh. That part, honestly, I even as like an engineering student, I don't even know how they even accomplish that. Does anyone here
Hmm.
know or no? Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to watch a video just because I don't know. I don't even know how they did that, but it looks so realistic. I'm like, are
Hmm.
they Disney's got holograms they're not telling us about or something? But yeah, overall that ride was a blast. Like what do y'all think? Do y'all think it should have a queue system in the future, like after COVID, or do you think they should say whoever's in line first? I don't know.
I kind of liked the boarding pass thing just because, especially in the future, there's gonna be so many people oh, I can't even imagine how long the line is going to be for that ride. You know, Cars Land, the Cars ride was 150 minutes, and it was the Cars ride.
Uh, like it's fun, but and it was like the top car or the top attraction when like Cars Land opened. But like it's even been a
But
couple
this
years.
is so much more than just that. You know, it's so much more immersive. It's way, in my opinion, it's way better.
Does anyone here know when Cars Land opened? About like 2012?
Dude, that thing opened in like 2015 or 2016 probably.
Was that new?
I kid you not. I'll look it up right now.
But yeah, that I don't know, like that's still like it's been a couple of years, you know, it's been like let's even if Blake's right, 2015, 2016.
Never mind. It's been open since 2012.
Oh, I was right.
Jared,
Yo!
It actually opened
wow.
up yesterday. It actually opened up yesterday.
What?
Fucking 7 years. No,
Oh,
6 years ago.
I was
No,
like, Blake,
5 years
did
ago.
not. We
Damn.
went 2 days ago, man.
Wait, I can't do
3
math,
days
bro.
ago. 3 days ago.
9
Shoot, I
years
can't do
ago
math either.
yesterday. It
9
opened.
years ago yesterday. Wow.
Dang.
That Cars ride is 9 years old and it's still grabbing lines of
Yeah,
150
literally
minutes
probably
long.
more than any other ride.
At
Like
It's a
California
solid
there was,
Adventure.
ride though.
there was like one point that Grizzly was more time than it was, but that was it. That was it because it was in the middle of the day and everyone
It was
wanted
hot.
to get wet. Yeah, that was the only reason. Why is Cars so? I guess it's a good ride, but I still, you know, maybe
That
it's
was your
just
first
because
time
all
on
the
it, right?
kids can do it. Yeah, it was. You know, it was still worth it. It was my first time, so like it was. But I don't
Sasha,
know.
that was your first time on it too, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. What is the minimum you guys would pay for like a minimum wait time throughout the entire both of the parks for 20 minutes? What's the minimum you guys would pay? $100 extra,
Like
$200 extra?
Are you saying like the
Wait, what?
maximum cost or the maximum time for any ride is 20 minutes?
Yeah,
For which park? Both parks?
both parks. How
How
much
much
would
would
you
I
guys
pay?
pay? Yeah, because we paid like what, 250 or something, right?
That's the thing. If it's
Per
20
person?
if it's only a 20-minute wait max for rides, you're getting like 3 times the amount of Disneyland you like would have.
Yeah,
I'd probably pay like $100 more, maybe
just
150,
100. Because dude, yeah,
150. I
I
don't
would
know.
say people would be paying like over $300 more for that experience. Because getting Disneyland with only maximum 20-minute wait time is such a, like, especially after what we saw, is such a valuable, like, what was the only 20-minute wait, like the other 20-minute wait times? We got some 15, we got some 10s, but like Goofy's flying school and then
Goofy's went up to like
all the,
25 or 30
yeah,
after 20
you have to
minutes.
wait for like
Ooh,
opportunity.
Incredicoaster was like it generally set
Oh,
around
that's
20.
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that was actually surprising because that's actually a genuinely really good ride.
Yeah.
It's like it's also a very like to the book kind of roller coaster, right? It's like very like if you think of a roller coaster, that's what you like on a track, like doing loops, doing spins, all this different stuff, right? But like it's also very like especially since it's changed from California Adventure to the Incredicoaster, like still a very very good ride, and it's only 20 minutes. That was like, I think that's because they have two separate ones going at the same time that can hold a bunch of people, and then they go, and then the max ride time is like what, a minute 30 something, so they can get that
Are
fast.
there
So
only
that's,
you said two
Yeah, they
cars?
can run like 4.
Yeah,
They
that
can
sounds
run
right.
like 4
they
because
can
you
run
could have
4
like 2 in the loading area, and then you could have 2 like out on the track
launching.
going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
okay,
a
yeah.
solid ride. I remember there's been times before where they can, if they're having everything flow good, they can have 5 on the track, and like that
Wow.
just is phenomenal.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, the very efficient ride. Very, very efficient ride.
If there's any ride that's a people mover, that's it. You know,
Yeah.
California Adventure. I'm sure. The only one, that, like Blake's saying, the only one the other one I could think of is the Little
Ariel?
Mermaid. Yeah. Little
Yeah,
Mermaid.
Ariel, we waited like less than 20. That was really like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
line said like 20 or 15 or something, but it was only. Was it like 30?
They lied.
Yeah, that was.
We didn't wait that long for Guardians when we were there too.
Ooh, yeah,
Guardians
Guardians
was
was quick.
It's a
Yeah.
very
Guardians was
quick wait
nice.
time.
See,
Should have done that again.
I've noticed with Guardians, the problem is that like they'll have like a 40-minute wait time, but that would be like 40 minutes with all 3 gantry lifts going. If one of the gantry lifts breaks down, that wait time goes from like 40 to like 70 or like 40 to 8. Like there's like a big jump. Like that's
Yeah.
you whenever you get in line for Guardians, you want to make sure it's around 10 or 20 minutes, or else like there's the potential that it like doubles on you like while standing in line, you know? But besides that, I guess we can just generally talk about the next ride that was also in Avengers Campus, the Web Slingers ride. So
Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah.
so luckily we for what, flaming Sasha for trying to get the boarding pass in the morning. She was freaking out
Oh
about
yeah.
my
it.
goodness. Everyone was,
Yeah, I
I
had
felt
to.
so pressured. I just woke
I
up.
literally had to do it for you.
Thank you, Sunil. Everybody say thank you, Sunil.
Yeah, I got both
You
Thank you,
times.
Sanu.
Jeez. And first one, I didn't even know it was like such a pressing issue. I thought we had like so much time. I was like, okay, it's gonna be easy. I was like, I took it all in all probably like 5 to 7 seconds to do it. But in that time, probably 3 seconds afterwards, it all sold out. So I was like, I was made
Fastest
known.
clicker in the West, right here.
Yeah. And then the second time, I was going fast. I didn't even wait to read the buttons. I just clicked blue all the way. See a blue button, clicked it. So we got web slingers. It was amazing.
All those people at so there's 2 times for web slingers you can get them at. You can get them at 7 a.m. like we did, or you can get them at 12 p.m. And the ones at 7 a.m., people woke up at 7 and were like ready to hit that. People, I don't even know how like it would be possible to get the 12 ones when it's like park hoppers are included too. Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
so like those people when we so we have some audio of this, but when we were sitting down eating what was it, lunch? We were eating shawarma. Yeah, so yeah, we'll get into that part, but yeah, we sat down, we're eating our food, drinking drinks or whatever, and all of a sudden people just start screaming around us, and we're like, what's going on? Like we thought like you would have thought like Tom Holland himself had like walked out from one of the doors or something, but no, people are just so excited that they got the 12 o'clock boarding passes. But
Yeah, witnessing that was so wholesome. It was so cute. Just seeing everybody like cheering together. And then we also saw the same thing when we were at Disneyland for Rise of the Resistance, which was also really cute.
wait, we saw
That
that?
was very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember
the
we literally
family.
convinced a family that we got the noon boarding passes too.
Yeah, Blake was freaking cheering him on. Like no one else. Like
Was I not there for this? Was I asleep?
you were there. I think you were just
Man,
ahead of
y'all
us.
really be making up stories for the
What?
podcast. That's
What?
crazy.
Blake, you were literally there.
Like, shut up. You literally were the one.
That's crazy, bro.
No.
No, Jared doesn't remember it.
I
I
know
don't remember
Jared
it.
is Jared.
Wait,
How do
Blake.
you not?
Wait, are you joking or do you actually not remember? Are you all pranking me now? Hold
No,
on.
Yeah, we are pranking you, Jared.
Oh my.
No, Blake. Oh my God, Blake is tripping right now. But Sasha and then me and Blake were all cheering him on because we saw a family on the edge of it was like a pond outside of the castle. They started cheering and we were like, what is going on? And then Blake started cheering out of nowhere for no reason until then we figured it out. And then we started cheering some more and then made it look like we got it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
There
now.
we
There
go.
we go.
Jared's in on it.
We were moving from like Frontierland into the center of Disneyland. But
Yep.
I thought you meant like you like walked up to a family and were like hyping them up like
No,
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 but
yeah,
we
we
were-
just
we were, like-
started screaming for no reason.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
screaming and then we pointed at them and they pointed at us. It was a connection.
Yeah, but Blake doesn't remember any of it. Apparently.
No, I just had to be reminded like where we were in the park, honestly, because I had no clue what you were talking
Yeah.
about. Whatever. I guess food wise, because we mentioned like what the shawarma, so like
Yeah.
food at Avengers Campus. What are we rating it? Because I guess all we did was get the shawarma. What are you rating the shawarma?
The
Dude, that
shawarma was
peanut bread was
bomb.
really good with the like raita thing. I don't know how
Yeah,
else to say it. It's like
the
the sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, with the chicken like with the spices. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best part of the shawarma though. I think the best part of the shawarma was the pita bread and the sauce. And it was
Yeah.
like so good. It was $14 for that,
Who
which is
wants
rough.
it?
Yeah, and it wasn't. I don't even know if it was worth that, but it's pretty good though. What are we rating it? Are you saying?
I don't know, whatever your rating system. Rating system
I'd
could be
give
good
it.
or bad, or 1 to 10, whatever you want.
I'd give it a solid like 7.5 to 8 out of 10 shawarma.
Yeah, I would give it an 8 out of 10.
I honestly haven't had. Okay, well, I have now. I've had shawarma twice, but before we
Yeah.
before we had gone, I had never had shawarma, so I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
good for
It
you.
tasted really good. But then like we did go get shawarma once we got
From
out
a
of
food truck
Disneyland.
behind a
Yeah.
gas station.
Also, but that wasn't even because it was Mexican food, like Mexican shawarma hybrid.
It was
So
called
it was
shawarma loca.
pretty much shawarma meat and all the seasonings inside of a tortilla.
It's good.
It was
It was
good.
pretty good. I'm so surprised considering we got it from a food truck behind a gas station
Yeah, it was interesting.
in the
It
middle
was
of the night.
because it was open till 2 a.m. and we were trying to get ramen or something, and that didn't work out. So
I feel so
that's
bad
okay.
that like we like did all that rushing just to find out every sushi place in like the entire area was either like
Yeah.
closed or closing.
Yeah.
Or in last call. I kind of blowed,
Oh,
but at least that we had a comparison of the two shawarma places.
True.
it's so true.
Like, which one did you like better?
We didn't
I
have the
didn't try
second
the
one.
last one.
Oh, that's right. So, what did you think of at least the ones we got at Avengers Campus?
Oh, dude, definitely pretty solid. And I wasn't expecting that sauce to be so good. The
Oh,
sauce
that
was
was the
very
best
good.
part.
That was pretty good. Honestly, like I've been seeing the pictures for the stuff from Pim Test Kitchen, and I'm like, that doesn't look that, at least for me, it doesn't look that appealing to me.
Yeah, you weren't a
Like it
fan.
just seems like food you kind of get anywhere. But like the shawarma, like I feel like
Yeah,
that's a classic, like from the movie, you know what I mean? Like
that was
it's
actually a
yeah.
good thing that we got. Yeah, Pim Test Kitchen would have been cool, but also the line for the Pim's Test Kitchen, they weren't accepting anyone to go back into the line when we were there, like anymore, because there
Yeah,
was just so many people.
yeah, y'all weren't like super on board with the sandwich idea, or maybe it was Blake that was saying that, but like
It was kind
it
of
just looked
yeah.
like
It
a
was
normal
I was
sandwich. It
yeah
wasn't like a top sheet. Not that we got to try it. Maybe in the future. But,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I wanted to try a lot of the things in the Pim Test Kitchen. Like they had like the huge pretzel, which looked a lot better than the pretzels we had in.
Oh yeah,
Where was that in? Was that in Disneyland?
Frontierland, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Frontier.
Oh no, it
Yeah,
was
the pretzels were
Yeah,
lacking when we got them.
with the turkey legs. So I was in Frontierland.
turkey legs. Yeah, that was. Oh, I always love the turkey. I think every single time I go to Disneyland, I get a turkey leg. It's just my tradition that
How
I
do you
do.
live with yourself?
Dude, it's so good, man. It's so good. I like it so much. It's so dense and it fills you up, and it's just. Oh, I don't know, Jared. I don't know.
No, I
It's
want to
just
see
so
a day
good.
where I eat a turkey leg and then I go on the teacups and then
Oh, and then the turkey leg comes back to see you again, and
yeah, he
then
says hello again. Like,
yeah.
what items are you saying on like the menu that like all of the ones weren't appetizing, or just the ones that you saw
Just the
walking
ones I
around?
saw. I don't know their specific names, but I've just been seeing pictures and stuff, and I'm just like,
Uh-huh. I gotta say,
just looks like they took a standard kind of food and just like said it's from Disney,
they said
and
it's
people go crazy
they
for
said
it.
it's big now,
Literally.
or really small. I'm surprised they didn't get away with like small portions, because it's like Ant-Man themed. At least they went with big as opposed to small. Of course, it's got that big price tag too.
Oh yeah, I know.
I know y'all didn't get to try it, but the Terran treats cart, honestly, the green churro I got and
Yeah, how was that?
the green churro and the like raspberry cheesecake donut thing were both amazing. Like those are the best like desserts I've had at Disney. I can easily say
Well,
that.
you could have said that when we were trying to.
I did. I did when we were there. I was
The
like, "Yo,
best desserts at
You did
Disneyland.
not.
You didn't say that.
I
You were
didn't
just
include
like,
like-
these
that
are
part.
good, guys.
I was like, do you guys? I was like, oh, like these were really good. Do y'all want to get any? And you're like, no, we're good. We're good.
You know why? Because we had so much sugar already. We're like, why would we spend another $15 for some more sugar? That's just gonna, like.
But it was so tasty. Like
Yeah,
that
it was the
churro,
best.
that green churro thing was so good. Um, Honestly, I really wanted to go back and order another one, but I was like, we're already heading out anyway. But definitely next time we go, I'm getting like two of the like raspberry like cheesecake filled ones. Those were
Jared,
so
you would
tasty.
spend your entire life savings at Disneyland for any
Without a doubt.
Disneyland
Wait,
product
life
or
savings? What's
merchandise.
that?
Yeah, exactly, because you already spent it all on freaking Disneyland and stuff. On merch, tell them how many. Wait, are we gonna talk about the merch we got?
Oh,
Because I kind of pretty
absolutely.
hype.
So this isn't even. There was no good merch at Avengers Campus. Does
Yeah, it
everyone
wasn't
agree
that
with that?
great. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty. It wasn't
Oh wait,
like this.
Merch is
Yeah,
bleak.
I was
it
gonna
was.
say
Yeah.
Blake, you disagree a little there because you did get something.
Oh well,
Dude,
it's not really merch.
just because I
too
got
much,
something doesn't mean that the merch was good there. Like
Yeah.
the merch overall was weak. Like
Yeah,
I
like
was very underwhelmed for the merch that they could have had for Avengers Campus and what I
yeah,
saw for like the web slingers and the web and stuff. I'm like, who designed this shit? Like,
yeah.
I'm
Oh
sorry to
yeah,
cuss, but like it's like it was
yeah,
bad, bro. Like, holy crap.
yeah.
Oh
No,
boy.
no. I agree. No. He's correct. Okay, I
Like
totally agree.
seriously, like this is Disney. Like, who did you
Yeah,
pay for this, dude? Like
exactly.
whoever paid this, I hope they lost their job. Like, this is bad.
No, because honestly,
I'm
those web
sorry.
slingers, I
EA.
saw them. I saw those web slingers the day before on a kid that was wearing it, and I was like, "Oh, some kid just brought in a toy from outside. It looks kind of janky a little bit." Like, where? And then I see him inside, and I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of bad.
Oh wait,
That's not great at
who was in
all."
line with me when I asked the guy standing in front of me at the Star Wars outpost? I asked like a guy in front of me like where he got his armband.
Oh, I remember that.
You were
Yeah,
there
you
for
were
that?
asking him if it did
I don't
anything different on the ride.
think I
Man,
was.
the man didn't even like know like what it did. Like I don't even understand like if
I think you
they
just bought it just to buy it.
yeah,
Buy it, you
I
know?
don't think they marketed it even properly. Where like people don't even know that that's related to the ride at all. Especially because half of the people can't even get on the ride because of the queue system.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Blake, I didn't mean to say that like you loved all of the merch. I was just trying to lead you up to talk about what you did buy though. You wanted to mention.
Yeah, so what I did end up buying was they had glassware, we'll call it glassware, but technically glassware, pretty much you can use it for shots. So they had these cool designs of shot glasses. So it was 4 different ones, and it had one for like vibranium on it that was a beaker, and then another one that was a beaker for like pin particles, and then the other 2 glasswares had Ura, which is like what makes up Thor's hammer, and then like palladium, which is the element that Iron Man discovered in Iron Man 2, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm all like, dude, like these are some of my favorite characters and stuff. And like the designs are cool. And I'm like, hey, like it just felt right. Like I saw it and I was like, this feels right. I'm gonna get this, you know. And it's cool. I'm very happy with it.
So you already opened it up and whatnot? Have you tried it out?
Oh no, I haven't yet. No.
I like how you say you're happy, but like without even trying it. But
I'm so
It's-
happy because I don't even need to open it and I'm feeling
exactly,
happy.
you put it on your shelf and it looks good. They're glass, right? Like they're not
Exactly.
plastic. Blake, Blake here. Hello?
Yeah, they're glass.
They
Oh,
are
there
glass.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I blanked out for a second. But yeah, like Sunil was trying to roast me because so Disneyland has these things called spirit jerseys, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's ones that like will say like Disneyland across the back, and they'll be like gray, and then the Disneyland will be in pink, or like I don't know, they'll say different things on the back of them, like the Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
They have the
They're just pretty
planets.
much long sleeve shirts that are thicker and kind of really higher quality
Higher quality.
shirts. Yeah, I don't know how high quality it is, but it's
They also
you
have
know,
like
you
a
can tell it's
they have like a line through, through the
Yeah.
midsection. I'm not really sure what that design is, but they have the Star Wars ones, which they have Tatooine, Endor, Hoth, and Cloud City.
they have Hoth.
I have the Hoth one. That was the other one
What
I
does the
ordered.
Hoth one look like?
Yeah, you can look that up. That's the other one I had
I do
ordered.
want to look it up.
That's the other one I had ordered that came in the mail. So did I get them all? There was Hoth, Endor, Cloud City.
Dude, Hoth looks a
Tatooine and
lot
Cloud
like
City.
Yeah, I think there's 4 total then.
Hoth looks a lot like Cloud City.
Yeah, it's kind of gray. It's got some blue in it.
Those are very similar vibes to, except it's more blue than it is than Cloud City is purple. Andor
I
is
don't
pretty
know if I
cool,
like the
but
letters on the back, TBH.
yeah, the letters are, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like I looked this thing up and I saw it like one of the things that came up, it said eBay for a second, and I saw the
Yeah.
Hoth and I'm all like,
So
oh, it
my
looks like
dog.
someone made a knockoff one, but then I look at the official one, I'm all like, oh, that's the actual real design.
Y'all, so
Yeah.
I had like a brain fart when I put this thing on. So I looked at it in the mirror, right? So I put on Hoth. Look at it in the mirror, and I'm like, dude, they spelled Hoth incorrectly. Like I got a misprint because it was spelled Htoh.
Oh my God,
I was
Jared.
like,
Oh my
bro,
God, stop.
they screwed up the letters. And then I
Stop
was like,
it.
oh, I'm looking in a mirror.
Oh,
It's
Jared.
backwards.
Jared. This is why Disney can just take your money. This is exactly why. Jared,
Yeah.
how many? So you bought the Tatooine one. You bought 2 Tatooine ones,
Yes.
Cloud City, and a Hoth one.
So for context,
And the Endor?
huh? No,
And
I
the
didn't.
Endor one? You didn't
So
buy the Endor
I
one.
was tempted to buy the Endor, but like, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
of course
My,
you
it was, you could probably get me to
Bro,
buy
like you can
anything
only wear
Star
one
Wars.
at a time, like my. Put on all 4.
Yeah.
Put on all 4 and just have a heat stroke in
Yeah.
California.
He's like, I paid for these. I'm gonna wear them all.
No, Jared would purposely
ref-
have a heat stroke in Disneyland just so he can see like the back alleys and stuff that they have to take him through to get him treated and get him
Oh
to a
my goodness.
hospital.
Get backstage. What are you gonna say though, Sasha?
Yeah.
For
Yeah, sorry,
reference,
Sasha.
no, you're good. For the people who don't know, these jerseys were expensive, so we're not just blaming him for getting like
Oh yeah.
4.
First,
It's because they
They
each
were-
cost.
yeah.
So
so
for
much.
context, these are each $70, but I went on the Disney store because I was like, I waited like 2 weeks or whatever because I was like, I'll wait till I have like some more money or whatnot. And because I saw the Tatooine one, and was like, that's really cool. But then I go in the Disney store and it's like sold out and everything except like extra small. So I was like, oh shoot, well I better like order these like used then. So I ordered a Tatooine one that was used, and I ordered the Hoth one that was like used. And of course they're like lightly used, so it's basically like brand new. It's like without the tag. But they were both like $50. Like I got them like at a discount. And then I get to Disneyland and they're just like lining the shelves. Like there was no shortage of them, and I'm like, well, why was there a shortage online? I guess I'll buy
And
like a
then
Tatooine
Jared,
one. Yeah, so I was like,
with
huh?
all the cash you were supposed to spend on food.
Yeah, so all the lunch
And
money my
everything
mom
else.
gave me, all the lunch money my mom gave me went to me buying another Tatooine one. And then we saw the Cloud City
Cloud
ones,
City one.
and that was the first time any of us had seen Cloud City. Like I had seen the
Yeah.
Endor, I had seen the Hoth one, but Cloud City was like, yo, gotta grab me one of those
That
too.
one looked really good.
Yeah, so Jared was trying to convince me and Blake to get, and Jared almost bought Blake a jersey. But
I'll do it
Jared was
again.
trying to convince me to get the Tatooine one, which I was almost down for, but I was like, can I do this for $70? I don't know. And then so I tried on the Tatooine one and the Cloud City one, and I was like really vibing with the Cloud City one afterwards. And so the next day I go to get the Cloud City one, and then Blake's there, and then he's like, yo, this is kind of fire too. And so we walk out of there looking like a couple of very
Looking like a couple.
slick. Yeah. Oh, Jared. Oh my God. Looking like a couple. But very,
Y'all just want to
very
make me have
slick.
to put the language thing and everything.
Yeah. What? What did I do?
You cussed again.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I say? I don't even know what I said. I said.
I'm not gonna repeat it, but
Yeah, repeat it. No, repeat it. I don't know what I said. Really? Oh yeah, just say it. It's okay. You know what? No filter anymore. We're making Jared's life so much harder.
You're like, oh shit, something. I forget.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I don't.
Yeah, you did it again. You just didn't
I-
realize you did because you said it really quickly.
I didn't even say it.
Anyways, y'all looked
What?
great in the
I
Cloud City
that was not
jersey.
me.
Let's go
Dude,
back
I'm
on
pulling up
topic.
the recording. I'll pull up the recording.
What? Do
later.
it. Yeah. What? That was not.
Man, imagine being the host of a podcast and getting off topic
What?
and not guiding it back.
I said
Then having a guest
I
for the
said
first time
slick.
on be the one to try
Dude,
and guide it back.
one
Wow,
time
that's crazy.
we spent like 30 minutes talking about pins on this, like one of these episodes, when the topic
Yeah,
was
thank
something
God I wasn't there for
completely
that.
different. Oh yeah. Or, Sasha, were you gonna add anything?
Oh, I was just saying that Blake and Snail looked great with the
Oh,
Cloud
they-
City.
Oh, thank
They
you.
looked really good.
Thank you.
Like they
Yeah,
looked
back on
fire. When they
topic,
hopped in the car
Jared.
wearing those, I was like, damn, these guys be looking good.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
And then Sasha almost
You said we'd be
went
looking
off
hot,
without
Jared?
me.
Oh, you'd be
Okay.
looking hot, all right, because it's 90 degrees outside.
Oh wow, and you ruined it.
Yeah. Now you'd be looking like you're on cloud 9.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'd be putting you on cloud 9 when you look at me.
Oh. Wait, not Sunil. Blake, were you the one saying that like Tatooine looks like something that's like more flashy? Or
Yeah,
is
so
that
well,
Sunil?
yeah,
That
I was
Sunil?
saying, yeah, that was kind of the reason why I didn't want to get Tatooine. Like, I was really vibing with Tatooine for a second, but in Disneyland, Tatooine would be like such a perfect choice because you stand out, people can see you, people are like, oh, that guy spent $70 on this. He must like Disney or something, you know? Like, so people know, right? That's what we were doing. We were identifying
That's
people with the
true.
Tatooine shirts, right? Because they were so easy to identify in a crowd because it's bright yellow and it's got a really cool gradient. And it's just really cool. It's a really cool shirt. But in regular life, that's going to be like, okay, yeah, no one's really going to know the significance of that because no one knows, you know? So
Uh-huh.
like the Cloud City one's a little more like low key and a little more
Wearable.
yeah, like
Yeah, like if you wear Cloud
Yeah.
City, you look stylish. If I'm wearing Tatooine, people just go, "Look at that nerd."
yeah, that too, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's a nerd and he's proud because you can tell because it's yellow, bright yellow. But I am a proud Disney nerd. I don't know. Like we were saying, there wasn't really any good like merch in Avengers Campus though. Um, did they have like it was the shot glasses, the Spider-Man suits? Nothing really. Real quick, before we like wind down, let's talk about I guess the only thing that we haven't talked about yet, which is the not the cast, with the characters in Avengers Campus. I don't know, Sasha, you want to start us off on this one?
Oh my goodness. I was freaking out with every single character because I don't know, I'm a pretty big Marvel fan, I would say. So just being able to see them walk around in the same space as me, just I was 5 again. It was amazing. It was really cool.
Fortunately, Tom Holland was not there, like I had hoped.
Oh, sadly.
Only if maybe he will be one day, but we didn't get to see the Falcon Captain America. We got to see regular Captain America.
Which I am not mad about. I am a-okay with that because he waved at me twice and I blew him a kiss and he caught it. So we are practically married now.
I thought you were married to Black Panther.
See, we're more like besties, right? Because I talked to him twice and he remembered me. That's bestie vibes.
I don't know. Besties would get the Wakandan salute correct on the first try.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Well,
true,
that's
though.
why I went again to be like, "Hey, I messed up and let's do it again."
So for those of you who don't know, if you're doing the Wakandan salute, I think it. Now I'm tripping. I think it's right arm over left arm, and Sasha did left arm over right arm, and that's incorrect. So she is no longer a Disney fan. Yeah,
I was very nervous. Oh my goodness. I had to ask a random mom to take the video for me because everybody was in a different line.
Was I asleep at that point, or was this
No,
when we
you
were
would
getting the
still-
alcohol?
Yeah, you guys were getting drinks, and then Blake was in line for the shawarma. He was the one who actually pointed pretty much most of the characters out to me, and then I just ran to them like a child.
Yee, you're welcome.
Thank you. Shout out to Blake for hooking it up.
Yep.
I guess the one downside, of course, the whole day was, at least I didn't see it this way. I kind of thought it was cool that we got to witness the Doctor Strange, quote quote show that ended
Definitely a
early.
downfall.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that.
Oh,
So
yeah, true.
when we were there, we sat in line for how long? Because I was asleep for most of it. How long were y'all in line for?
I would say like 45 to 50 minutes.
So
We were there for a while.
yeah, so Sunil and I were asleep. We took a little power nap, but
Yeah, on each other.
yes. Sasha has the
It's very
photos.
cute. Yeah.
drop that on the Instagram at some point. Um, and we wake up, finally the show starts, and of course you're going through the show, and all of a sudden Doctor Strange is just like, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to continue this adventure later. And he just goes out the side door. And we're all like, is that part of the show? And I guess it wasn't, because he didn't come back out. People are just like, oh, another show starts in like an hour. Y'all can go to that one. But then,
Yeah, I feel bad for the people in the front who are waiting there for like longer than us.
some guy waited like
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
That was like the really tall guy that was like blocking my camera. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Blocking everyone, dude. Just blocking
Yeah.
everyone with it.
But then Sunil, you also had you found the TikTok of it, right? 'Cause that was the exact same one.
Oh
right?
yeah. We weren't in it, but yeah, it was the exact same one.
So yeah, we'll drop that link in the description below as well. But it was a TikTok of this a guy who was like in the front row watching the show, and it just shows the Doctor Strange like run off to the side and leave, and it's like everyone's just like so sad that it. My mom's theory on it is that. Oh wait, is this a spoiler? Minor spoiler for the Doctor Strange show, if you care. I guess Thor is supposed to come out at some point.
Wait, I do care.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So you can have me just say goodbye right now then.
Come on. You knew that was supposed to happen, right? Because he was saying it.
No, hold on. You said minor spoiler. I didn't hear anything, so just don't say anything.
Anyway, something was supposed to happen, and my mom was like, "Oh, maybe the person got sick and like couldn't come out." Or so that's the running theory. Unless I don't know, Sasha or Sunil, do you have a better one?
There was a lot of theories in the comment section of that one TikTok, which related to Doctor Strange's bowel movements. So that's their
Yeah.
theory.
He had to go to the dark dimension, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. Jared.
This man had to open a portal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, other than that, I have no idea. I was very sad though.
So that was like the most, I guess, disappointing part. But of course, the most exciting part of the day, so we'll finish off on this, is the Web Slingers ride. So of course we don't want to talk, since the ride's like brand new. We're not going to talk any spoilers about the ride, but just overall your vibes and like the ride system itself, like how the innovation of it. Like, what do you think about it?
Very spectacular. I was blown away. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I would say it's worth it to wait like 2-3 hours for.
Absolutely, I agree with that. What about you, Sunil?
I think it's definitely worth the wait too. For sure. It was really, really good.
Sasha?
Yeah, no, it was amazing, and just how everything happened, insane. So worth the wait. Even if you like try your best to get on the 7 a.m. boarding pass, if you can't, try for the noon, and then worst come to worst, see if you can go towards when it closes, because sometimes the cast members will let you go on.
Just by like standby queue, they might just let you in.
Yeah, like if there's no line, my friend did that the day before we went. There was no line, and they were like, "Oh, can we go on?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." So if you catch them at a good time,
That's awesome. So yeah, same for me. Amazing ride. Like I said, we don't want to get too spoilery, but the way this ride, like with the web slinging, is just so like technologically amazing that was even like possible. Like
Yeah.
Disney is getting so much better at like the immersion in their rides. Like we were talking about with Rise of the Resistance, and now with this, like these are going to be rides that are always going to have like 150-minute wait on them if they get rid of the queue system, you know? So honestly, I guess we better hope they don't get rid of the queue system, but like you can't keep riding. Because that was the one downside. Like this ride is similar to like Midway Mania and like was it Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, which like you get a score at the end from like how well you did on the ride. And of course, like during the ride, I'm like trying to like make sure I'm getting the highest score possible. So I was like missing out on like the story of the ride, you know.
Mhm.
So definitely, it's like one of those rides that if you have the option to go on it multiple times. But yeah, any last thoughts about Avengers Campus? Do y'all want to give it a rating?
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Amazing.
10. Damn.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't say 10 out of 10. I would say the ride Web Slingers is probably one of the best rides I've like ever been on. I would say that and Rise of Resistance take the cake for some of the best rides at Disneyland.
Yeah.
The Avengers Campus itself, though, I think gets like a 6 or 7.
Oh, why so low?
6 or 7.
Well, like, what do you really have there? You know what I mean? Like, the merch is lacking. The Web Slingers ride is good, but like, what else is good? Sure, the characters are out
Yeah.
there and stuff, and that's good. But like, there's not much else
That's
that's
true.
really great.
Are
You know
you
what I mean?
are you counting Mission Breakout? I was kind of counting that in it.
Mission Breakout.
I'm
What is
not,
that?
no,
Guardians
because
of the Galaxy.
that was already there
Oh,
before Avengers Campus was there, you know. But if you count it there, I guess it gets a 7.
Okay, okay. Wait, Sasha, did you give yours yet, or was it to know who hadn't
Yeah,
given it?
mine's biased
oh,
because I just really like the characters.
yeah. I'm gonna give it. I agree with just for the time we had to like I don't know. We didn't get to go to Pim's test kitchen. Like they could have been more efficient about a lot of different
Yeah.
things. So that kind of a little bit ruined that. Not ruined it, but it was like a little lacking. So I would give it like a 7 or 8 maybe.
Okay, I would say like during COVID, if you're planning on going, I'd give this like a 6, just because like you're saying of all like the
Yeah.
waits and like how crowded it is and like how they're not very good at like managing the system. Um, but otherwise, I think I'll give it like an 8 out of 10, just because like I'd say it'd be like more 10 out of 10 if they had like a second ride, like besides Mission Breakout. Um, food was really good, drinks were really good. I got to see all the shows they had. They had what was it, the woman from Wakanda? They had Doctor Strange. They had I got to see like the Black Widow show they had, and then of course by Mission Breakout they have a like a dance off to save the galaxy thing. So yeah, I think overall 8 out of 10. But anyways, that's all the time we do have for this episode though. So we will talk to y'all later. If you're gonna go to Avengers Campus, let us know and tell us what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. If you want to listen to us, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, give us a follow on Spotify, and yeah, you can also follow us on Instagram at Castles and Company, on Twitter at Castles N capital N Company, and also on our website castlesandcompany.com. And then until next time, remember this: laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. Have a magical rest of your day.
Wow. Wow.